Middle East, where Israel and Iran have attacked each other for a fifth consecutive day. Reports of damage and casualties in both countries.
Tensions between the United States and Iran have surged once again amid reports that former President Donald Trump vetoed a covert plan to assassinate Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. According to multiple U.S. officials, the decision to reject such a high-stakes military operation has significant implications for U.S. foreign policy and the volatile situation in the Middle East. Background: U.S. Iran relations and rising conflict. The relationship between the U.S. and Iran has been fraught with hostility for decades, exacerbated during Trump's presidency. After withdrawing from the 2015 Iran nuclear deal in 2018, the Trump administration imposed severe sanctions on Iran, intensifying economic pressure. The situation escalated further in early 2020 when a U.S. drone strike killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, a key military figure. This act triggered retaliatory missile strikes by Iran and heightened fears of a wider conflict. The alleged assassination plan. According to U.S. intelligence sources, a highly classified plan was developed to target and kill Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader. The plan was reportedly devised by U.S. military and intelligence agencies as a drastic measure to dismantle Iran's leadership and curb its influence in the region. The operation was said to involve a coordinated strike using special forces and drone technology. Trump's veto and its implications. Despite the military's readiness and the perceived strategic value of the assassination, President Trump reportedly vetoed the plan. U.S. officials cited concerns about the potential for massive retaliation from Iran, the risk of triggering a full-scale war, and the uncertain international fallout. The veto underscores the complexity of decision-making at the highest level in matters of war and peace. By refusing to authorize the assassination, Trump signaled a preference for a more cautious approach, even as rhetoric and confrontations continued to escalate on the ground. Some analysts suggest this restraint was driven by a desire to avoid jeopardizing ongoing diplomatic efforts and maintaining some semblance of regional stability. Reactions from U.S. officials and allies. The revelation of Trump's veto has drawn mixed reactions. Some U.S. officials have praised the decision as a responsible move to prevent catastrophic escalation. Others believe the opportunity to weaken Iran's leadership was missed, potentially emboldening Tehran's aggressive actions. U.S. allies in the Middle East, including Israel and Saudi Arabia, have expressed frustration over what they perceive as Washington's hesitance. Both countries consider Iran a major threat and have long advocated for a tougher stance. Iran's response and regional fallout. Iranian officials have not directly addressed the assassination plot, but have reiterated their commitment to defend their sovereignty. Tehran's leaders have used the heightened tensions to rally domestic support and strengthen their anti-U.S. narrative. In the region, proxy groups backed by Iran have intensified their attacks on U.S. forces and allies, escalating the cycle of violence. The ongoing conflict threatens to destabilize key areas, disrupt global oil supplies, and provoke international intervention. The broader strategic context, the aborted assassination plan, fits into a broader pattern of covert and overt actions aimed at countering Iran's regional influence. The U.S. continues to balance sanctions, military posturing, and diplomatic engagement in a high-stakes game of deterrence. The Biden administration, which followed Trump, inherited this complex environment and has signaled interest in re-engaging with Iran diplomatically, including potentially reviving the nuclear deal. However, the legacy of confrontations like the assassination plan complicates efforts to build trust. Conclusion: a precarious path forward. The disclosure that President Trump vetoed a plan to kill Iran's supreme leader highlights the delicate nature of U.S. decision-making in an increasingly dangerous region. While the move may have averted immediate war, it also underscores the persistent threat of escalation and the fragile balance between deterrence and diplomacy. As fighting continues to intensify in the Middle East, the world watches closely, hoping for a resolution that avoids catastrophic conflict but remains uncertain about what the future holds.